It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, December 8th, 2021, 7 a.m.
It is.
Little chilly out there.
It is chilly out there. I am not afraid to admit it. It is chilly out there.
He's got a heater running back.
I do.
A little bit chilly around here, but it's December.
I mean, it's to be expected. I'm not arguing that, but
and, we've
chilly.
had some pretty decent weather. We got pretty humid even in August and September, around the county fair time, late August and first September. But we've had a really nice fall, had some pretty colors, and now we got some crazy temperatures. I mean, from 80 degrees to 30 degrees. But it's still been good, We could use some rain. Did you see that drought monitor last Friday?
Yeah.
We were pretty dry.
We were.
I'm surprised you haven't issued any. No, don't even go there. County judge.
We got Mickey over here, county judge.
Have him do the trumpet here, Lamont?
Well, he asked, and that's why he showed up early for us, so I'm going to go ahead and let him do it. I mean, I'm going to be nice about it. I was going to lead up to it, but you just you have a tendency to take that away. Any lead-ins that I have, you just...
Well, the surprise factor still be there. I mean...
No, it's not. He already knows. What do you mean the surprise? When you tell somebody...
I told him yesterday when he was with Senator Bozeman, bring your trumpet.
Right. Here's the thing, all right? You're going to get a watch for Christmas, but they're not going to give it to you to be tomorrow. But don't worry, the surprise will still be there. No, it ain't. You done gave it away.
Aw.
Well. No build-up. Okay.
You'll come up with something. Hey, we're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. You can do the same thing with 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Bomber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza are drive-thrus. Bomber Boulevard will be busy between now and 8 o'clock with students, faculty, and staff and administration getting to the school buildings. Then you got Baxter Regional Medical Center's main entrance lobby and follow the COVID guidelines there for getting into the hospital. Brewed Awakening Coffee, they've got mochas, lattes, frappuccinos, pumpkin spice, French vanillas flavoring. You've got cinnamon rolls, scones, muffins, turnovers,
apple and cherry turnovers. All the important things. Their cinnamon rolls are huge, too. They're really good. They're really big. They're a meal all its own.
It's funny how only I know how to get to Brewed Awakening Coffee to get cinnamon rolls for you and Bob, and nobody else can even make it out there.
I mean, you already know the direction.
Yeah, it's really hard to find.
See, you know where they're at and where the directions are. Yeah. We just leave that on up to you.
I'll draw you a map.
That's an honor for us to give you that privilege. Remember that.
Check them out, Brewed Awakening Coffee. They've got it all, and they're under new management and ownership. They're doing a fantastic job bringing you the best coffee in town. Even if you want some coffee at your house, I really don't want to go out there in the morning, stop by Brewed Awakening Coffee. Excuse me, and they'll grind you up some beans, half pound, 1 pound, pound and a half, or even more.
No, he's finding his trumpet. We're in trouble. Yeah, it sounded like he was practicing. Yeah,
the rehearsal's going well. Check out Brewed Awakening Coffee. Even if you need it at your house, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than regular coffee at the grocery store, but well worth the extra money because it's Brewed Awakening Coffee. Plus, you don't have to park at the grocery store, walk inside to get your coffee. Go through the drive-thrus. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. They do a fantastic job to bring you the best coffee in town at all 3 locations. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas. Excuse me, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, you talk to Bruce, Brad, Charlotte, Chris, anyone there can help you. Very tough during the holidays. In fact, the morning prayer talks about this morning, about losing a loved one perhaps at the Christmas season, Thanksgiving season. But with all respect, is how they do business at Roller Funeral Homes all across the state of Arkansas. Very caring, loving, and understanding. And they'll help you through a very, very difficult time. Roller Funeral Homes all across the state of Arkansas, western Tennessee. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. So let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, this morning I pray for all of the people that live alone. Some are alone because of the death of a spouse, Others live alone because of other situations. Some are young people, some are elderly, some are middle-aged. It really doesn't matter. They are alone, and Christmas especially can be a difficult season because of past happy memories that will never happen again. Lord, for those that lost family members this year, and this Christmas will be the first without them, please bring them comfort and peace. Give them your love, and just help them as they get through the mourning process. Give them hope for the future. It would be good if everyone could have a happy Christmas this season, and I pray that no matter the circumstances, we can find that happiness and glimmer of hope this Christmas. Thank you for your love, Lord. It's our prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. And now the moment we've all been waiting for.
Mickey Pendergrass, County Judge Mickey Pendergrass with the morning trumpet.
Now, you're doing this for Bob Zadora, you know.
For Bob Zadora?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not the one putting you under the bus. That may be me, but I blamed it on him yesterday.
That's probably, I don't have a Chicago version of the trumpet. So.
Ooh.
And there was some good trumpet played in Chicago now.
Yeah, but
All right.
Play your trumpet.
Count of three. 3, 2, 1. The weather. That's great.
We made it through another day.
Good job, Mickey.
Bob and Linda are laughing. Hopefully. Okay, morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. Your full-time professional real estate agents. Be sure to check out the website retiredtoarkansas.net. You can call 870-405-0793. Take a look at the White River this morning. Wow.
Nice pictures.
Wow. Look at that. A little bit of frost here and there. 62 412 bridge, left side of the screen. The baseball park, railroad museum, picnic area there at Big Spring Park. You see a lot more of the structures there because the leaves are off the trees now, and of course wintertime approaching. And the beautiful White River in between Baxter and Marion counties right there. Beautiful shot. Now you can go to retiredtoarkansas.net, pull up the live webcam. This is a full-time 24/7 webcam. And at the lower right-hand side of the screen, there's a little icon, a camera icon. Click on that, and it'll take a still frame from this. You can share it with family and friends or use it on your devices just to look out throughout the day. While you're at retiredtoarkansas.net, check all the listings with the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, both in Arkansas and Missouri. The team is ready to serve you from Marshall to Mountain View, Arkansas, to Mountain View, Missouri, back down to Gainesville and all points in between. They are your full-time professional real estate agents. And what I mean by full-time, it just seems that they're go, 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 go. You know, just all the time.
They are
helping clients buying or selling a home.
How does Bob put it? They're busy, but never too busy.
Yeah, there you go. It's just a constant flow. They're going to tell you the honest truth. They're not going to sugarcoat anything, and they are your real estate professionals that you can trust, and that's why I promote so much. So I was at the dog park the other day, had some families in from Wisconsin and Idaho looking for somebody to help them with real estate, and I told them about Bob and Linda and showed them the retiredtoarkansas.net website, and they were going to contact them later on. And so we got folks moving in. You know, it's kind of an odd situation with the housing market in Mountain Home. They're even converting car washes here to apartment buildings.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Did you see Daisy Shine Car Wash? They're converting.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're looking to buy or sell, you need to call the Z Team. They're going to shoot straight with you. They're going to tell you the honest truth. They're going to just tell you how it is, and then you'll find out why they have so many awards for helping so many people. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Website retiredtoarkansas.net. Right now, I'm showing 31 degrees at Mountain Home. It's 27 in Harrison, 30 at Batesville, 28 at Yellville, 27 at Marshall and Salem and Mountain View, Arkansas, and West Plains, Missouri. Springfield, Missouri checks in at 26, Poplar Bluff at 27, St. Louis at 25, while a cold 13 degrees in Watford City, North Dakota. On the radar, the line of showers that went through the other night, the thunderstorms are now on the East Coast and the Gulf Coast, stretching from New Orleans back up into the East Coast of North Carolina. Then it turns into freezing precipitation around the Washington, D.C. area and just north of New York City, up around Albany, then up in Vermont, New Hampshire, and portions of Maine. Other freezing precip in Montana and North Dakota, with showers, rain showers in Oregon, Idaho, in Washington State, a little bit in northern Arizona, And that's about it. Taking a look at Arkansas, we'll check those highways for you real quick. Picking up some showers down around Greenville, Mississippi, crosses the river into southeast Arkansas. You see it down in here, down around Highway 65 near the Louisiana-Mississippi line there. Northern Arkansas, Highway 62, 412 east and west is clear, 65 to Branson from Little Rock. Little Rock, Searcy, and Batesville to Pocahontas. The highway splits from 167 and 67. 67 goes Pocahontas, 167 to Batesville, and on up into the Hardy Cherokee Village area. And let's see, did it say Highway 62, 412 east and west? I think it did. All your interstates are clear, 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, and 530. In Arkansas are clear. Memphis to Jackson on 40 looks good. Kennett, Missouri to Dyersburg, Interstate 155, no problems there. Southern Missouri, Poplar Bluff North on Highway 67 to St. Louis, no problems. 60 and 160 west, Branson and Springfield. From Poplar Bluff, we're in good shape there, as well as your interstates 49, 44, 70, 55, and 35 north of Kansas City. Southern Illinois, the St. Louis area, East St. Louis, Illinois East on I-64. They had some snow going on there in St. Clair County, my old stomping grounds around Belleville, O'Fallon, and Fairview Heights. And, hey, it's snowing. I heard some folks, I read some folks talking about it on Facebook. I-64 East St. Louis, Illinois, towards Mount Vernon, Evansville, Indiana, looking good. I-57 South to Cairo, Illinois. Paducah, Kentucky on I-24. We're in pretty good shape there. Union City, Tennessee, down to Dyersburg on US 51. No problems there at all. We've got some colder weather from Nevada. These are going to be some higher elevations as well. You've got some winter weather from Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, into Nebraska, southern South Dakota, back across Wyoming and Colorado, and then, of course, Nevada and Utah as well. Northern Idaho with some cold weather there. Other than that, we're in pretty good shape in Arkansas and Missouri in the mid-south, Midwest. Some fog on the Gulf Coast line. See it from Louisiana all the way over into Florida. 7-day forecast is going to be 54 degrees here today in northern Arkansas, 65 on Thursday. Then we have 74 degrees with possible record temperatures. And, of course, we got the chance of thunderstorms coming through on Friday and Friday night. Then Saturday, a high of 48 degrees, high of 56 on Sunday. We're on this roller coaster ride with the temperatures, but hey, it's December. That's how it goes. Checking iDrive Arkansas real quick. We've got a tractor trailer in the center median on I-55 southbound lanes. This is near the Blytheville area. And let's see, it's at mile marker 66.5, and that was reported at the last update was at 15 before 7 this morning. So they got a tractor trailer in the median there. Traffic moving well across the state from Rogers to Fort Smith, Little Rock, Texarkana, Memphis, no problems there. Up into Jonesboro, everything seems to be good. And even traffic around Benton, not doing too bad. Take a look at the cameras around town. Start with Cardinal Drive. And there we go. A few cars at the light right there. You see Century 21 Lemac Real Estate right in here. You see McDonald's sign here. A couple cars going through the traffic light right there. Minimum amount of traffic this morning at Cardinal. Club Boulevard, looking down the hill this morning. Beautiful shot. Look at the sun lighting up the mountains there. You see Baxter Regional back over here in the mountains. You got Clay Maxey Chevrolet right in here. And minimal amount of traffic looking down into Mountain Home this morning. Highway 5 North. This junction is normally busy with Baxter Regional and, of course, Baxter Lab with people going in and out of work. See the Exxon station and Casey's across the street and some cars coming through the light. This is Highway 62, 412 business at Highway 5 in the 201 junction this morning. And let's see, we'll check the Spring River. This will be Mammoth Springs, Arkansas this morning. Beautiful shot there. Checked it earlier today. Highway 63 North, you see Mammoth Springs State Park here and of course Mammoth Springs, Arkansas right here on Highway 9. Highway 63 North at the light, and you go north, you see the blue sign is Welcome to Missouri. So you're looking into southern Missouri as well as northern Arkansas. Just on top of the hill be Thayer, Missouri, about another mile north of the top of the hill right there. Beautiful shot today from Mammoth Springs, Arkansas. Missouri Department of Transportation, all traffic's moving well in the state. Some construction and maintenance areas going on around the Springfield area, Highway 65 at I-44. Norfolk Lake at 552.68, while Bull Shoals at 654.49. Crude oil prices are up a little bit at 72.11. Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 492 points yesterday to close at 35,719.43. The Dream Network is working very hard to bring Christmas to a lot of families in the Springfield area and northern Arkansas. If you can help them financially, go to dreamnetwork.org, hit the donate button, and help them however you can. Our friend Marla Lucas is the CEO of the Dream Network, been working it all week long, helping folks in southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas. Then our friend Sarah Forhess is part of Intentional Pursuit Ministries. If you'd like to have her speak at one of your organizations, you can contact her at sarahforhess.com, formerly with Channel 3 News, now Intentional Pursuit Ministries, and you can see her itinerary right here on the website. And then David Stroud, it's all about the design, web and paper design. You can contact David right here at the contact button on web and paper design, or call him at 405-4433. You're on.
What do you got for community calendar?
I ran out of stuff, but we got something coming up tomorrow. We got first,
all you got to do is go online. It's there. There's a lot of stuff going on.
We got First Baptist Church and Mountain Home Baptist Church coming in tomorrow. They've got a choral concert coming up. We're going to talk about tomorrow.
I'll be home for Christmas. Is a musical that's going on Sunday, December 12th at 10 a.m. from the Mountain Home Bible Church. Is that who's coming in?
It'll be First Baptist and Mountain Home Baptist tomorrow.
Okay. This is a different one. So I'll be home for Christmas musical is going on.
Mountain Home Bible Church?
Mountain Home Bible Church, right there across from Walmart.
Yeah, Pioneer Trail.
Yep, Pioneer Trail.
Oh, yeah.
I got another cool one that I found. I just happened to come across here. All right. The library, the Baxter County Library has the man, the myth, the legend, Santa Claus coming this Saturday. Believe it or not, Santa Claus coming to Saturday. December 11th, there will be 3 scheduled appointments for him to be here. 10:15 a.m., 11:15 a.m., and 12:15 p.m.
You're having to schedule appointments with Santa?
Hey, he's busy.
I tell you what.
He's busy this time of year. He's getting everything ready, and then
is he signing autographs?
Kids want to say hi to him. I'm sure he would if he asked. It'll be in the Knox community rooms. Let's see, occupancy is limited, so each time begin to save story time. So they're going to be doing stories and stuff with Santa, so it'll be a good time.
It'll be fun.
It'll be a good time. So right. The man, the myth, the legend, Santa Claus.
I think after that, I need more coffee.
You always need more coffee.
I always need more coffee. We need to take a break. Be right back.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm, be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call, 870-405-0793, and check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
$7:21 and Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass is here. I want to thank you for being here yesterday. You and Bob Zador and Stetson Painter with the Senator. Pretty good talk yesterday with Senator John Bozeman.
Good morning. He's always a good visit, and it's good to visit with him, let him know the things that he's working on. If you can hit the button to get him to talk about, that's quite a place, having been there to his office where he's at, so that it's really good to see him.
The thing about Senator Bozeman, Judge, is he's not a camera chaser. You know what I'm saying? He's not looking out the window. Of course, I got to clear something up. The leaf blower yesterday was in Washington. There in the latter part, of course, we had a limited amount of headphones set up. So Bob sat here, and I was on the microphone over here, and then my headphones are. The leaf blower was in Washington.
Yeah, you couldn't have told it by watching him either. He did not react to it, even though that's where it had to be annoying where he was sitting.
It had to be, but
yeah, it's always good to hear from him. He's steady and always constant. He's about the same every time you see him. If you get into the brain works there, he's got a lot going on, and he's very intelligent, and he does a good job representing us. And anytime that I've had a need to reach out to somebody in Washington, D.C., his office has always been good to respond, either from him or his staff, and been very helpful to us.
And, I call him Silent John because he's not a camera chaser. He's not chasing NBC or CNN or Fox News down the street. Right. Hey, look what I did, look what I did. He sits there, he does work. And we talk to Dan Hall once a month, and what has transpired over the last 10 years between what they're working on in Mountain Home with the veterans and Senator Bozeman's office has been very, very good for the veterans in this area.
Yeah, he's been having served on those committees in the Senate since he's been there. He has been a huge help for the veterans programs.
And then some of the programs.
It's a passion for him.
Mm-hmm. Some of the national programs that have been instituted in the last 10 years have originated in Mountain Home and have taken the ball and ran with them.
And
so think about that when you vote next year.
We have an issue dealing with the federal government, and we reached out to his office, and they're working on that right now, trying to help us deal with it, and they were very receptive and checked it out, and as far as the county is concerned. But that's the way he's always been, and sometimes you forget. Every time I'm around him and when he's here, or personally, he's just like another one of your buddies sometimes, visiting with you and pounding you on the shoulder and how you doing and that kind of stuff.
And
you forget he covers. Yeah, yes, he does. That's amazing. But he covers the whole state.
Yeah,
and he's that way on the whole state. We don't want to forget that idea that our senator covers all 3+ million of us. So it's and he can do that in the whole state because he has a remarkable mind. But yeah, that was good. Appreciate being asked to be a part of it, and it's always good to visit with him.
Yeah. County level, what's going on?
Well, we just culminated last night several months' work and trying to get, as we are required by Constitution, to pass a budget by the end of the year for the following year. And we got all the work that's been done for this last 6 months or so accumulated into what we hope will be a finished and final product for the budget for next year. And there's always twitches and turns, and it's been an exercise that I guess you could say that has been challenging, and it usually is.
So what kind of money does it take to run the county for a year?
Well, I made mention the fact, I think those that watched it live last night, that for the first time without a major building project, and there is a building that I forgot to mention, the Quorum Court knows that because we've talked about it before and are part of it, but there is a building project, and that is almost a $900,000 grant from FEMA for the Denton Ferry, Hightower Creek Bridge, Denton Ferry Road. So that is in it. But without a major building operation or going on right now, we, for the first time, have gone over the entire budget from top to bottom is over $20 million for Baxter County. And I think I, along with a lot of people, can remember it was about half that.
Yeah.
And it's not that long ago. And County General, the main account, or used to be the main account, we split up in several different accounts, now is approaching $10 million, half that amount, because it runs so many different operations, the largest being the sheriff's office. And then we have in that budget, there is $750,000 of new revenue for employee salaries. That's constant. $750,000 this year. And on top of that, the premium pay of the American Rescue Plan money that the federal government just sent us out of the blue and decided what we needed to get, and based on population, that's what we get. When we get our next payment this next spring, we will be paying out premium pay to those employees that worked through the year of 2021. And then right now that bill stands at $730,000, and that's part of that budget. So there's going to be a premium pay to go out to all the employees that stay with us and they work throughout this year. But the blessing part of it is unusual. We are one of few, and I understand only one of two counties in the state of Arkansas that since January of 2020, our sales tax revenue has increased over the year before, month to month, the year before. We're still on that pace. The last and it just seems to keep growing now. So that is the kind of revenue growth that has happened that comes back to us that allows us to be able to increase the cost in the budget the way we did, where we're putting out of this $20 million, we're putting over $1.2 million into new employee pay. Not all in salaries, but in new employee pay, where it's premium pay or where it's salaries. So that's how much it's grown, and it can be connected to several things. Number one, a lot of people are staying home a lot more than because of the pandemic and the associations with travel, and we've had a lot of business, and a lot of businesses here has done well. We also had the good fortune of the legislature working with us and accomplishing several things. If you go to 911, they passed the Emergency 911 Act in 2019 that changes the revenue that is brought to the state and to all 911 systems. And it is now, this budget is the first budget in ever since 911 has been established, that the funding that was promised when 911 was established is now going to be there to fund the entire operation.
Really? Wow.
When I took office 9 years ago, almost 9 years ago, $350,000 was coming out of our county general account just to make up the difference between. And because of all the counties working together and the help of the legislature, we've changed the revenue track. Now we believe that funding, which is paid for by fees attached to phone usage. And the problem was we weren't getting hardly any phone fees and franchise fees off of these critters. And 85, now it's up to 95% of our 911 calls come off of this. And they weren't producing revenue for us to keep up anywhere close to it. Landlines, the dialing party lines are dying, and that's where our fees were at. And I've often commented that the county is paying more 911 fees than than we're gathering, because we still have so many landlines in all the offices that we have to have those telephones, because the landline has gone away. It is surprising, some people that you know, they're like me or older, never give up a landline. They don't have a landline anymore. They've gone to a cell phone. It's that has been a lot.
Do you still have a landline at home?
Oh, yes, I do.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I haven't had one.
I don't know why, but I do.
Or strictly cell phone?
I haven't had a landline in
I'm
forever.
strictly cell phone.
I've had the same phone number since we moved to Clark Ridge, I think probably in 1983.
Is that right?
But, yeah, we still have it. We've talked about it, but because of my position and if something happens, and a lot of that was kept through the time because we live remotely, we live out of town, and sometimes cell phones didn't always work. Now we have changed that. Now we have broadband internet in our home, but our phone comes over that broadband. It no longer comes over the phone wire, it comes over the broadband. So it's changed technology, but yeah, we that's how we keep up with the world. We got all those political calls and what they call them calls. Now you get text messages, calls on your cell phone, spam and robos and all those.
Telemarketers,
we get those.
And oh my goodness, I had one from Luxembourg the other day.
It seemed like the majority of them anymore are coming from the RNC or the Red Cross or
really,
yeah. So anything you ever signed up in the many years over the past years, they still have your landline phone and they'll keep calling you.
So tell us a little bit about I was watching a little bit of the governor yesterday and how he got off on this with the COVID report. I don't know, but he's talking about the salaries for police.
Yeah.
And so
there was a resolution on our agenda last night at the Quorum Court meeting to support the Back to Blue program, and I happened to be in Little Rock testifying on a bill that we got passed one day last session, and they had a big presentation down there with Back to Blue when they had officers, and our sheriff was there. They had officers from all over the state, and were promoting these bills that had been introduced into the legislature during the session. Well, one of the make a long story short, with all that going on, I watched them get their pictures taken and all that. There is a Senate bill, I believe it was Senate Bill 304. It was on our agenda last night. That was introduced, and what it was intentions was to reduce or remove state income tax from certified law enforcement all over the state, no matter what agency you work for. If you were a certified law enforcement officer and you received a certified letter or from your superiors or from the county, the city, the state, whoever, you would get up to a $3,000 rebate on your state income tax. And I saw before the meeting last night, I watched the governor's press conference, and that's what he was talking about. This resolution that the Quorum Court passed on and considered last night to support this Senate Bill 304 there's a special session that started yesterday to consider tax breaks. And what the governor is asking them to do is to reduce the state income tax rates, and that's what he started off talking about yesterday, to the percentage, so that the goal is to get rid of state income tax, but it's got to be done incrementally, and that's what this bill was for. Concerning the law enforcement deal that he brought up, his position is, this is not the position of the promoters of the bill, because they're still pushing it, and that'll be the resolution will go in there. His position is it's hard to do the rebate for just one vocation like law enforcement. His idea is to reduce everybody's income tax and then increase the salaries for law enforcement.
One thing I heard him say, though, was even by lowering the tax rate on policemen, it doesn't necessarily give them more money week to week to week.
It doesn't change their salary. It doesn't change their increase of pay. They would receive more cash in hand. He skirted that subject, but that wasn't the way he put it. The way he put it was correct in that it would not increase their salary. It would increase, and I don't know how could keep from increasing their take-home pay. the bottom line.
I know when the
that's
sheriff
on the
is here,
check.
we talk about this occasionally. He'll get some new people in there, and they'll stay 4, 5, 6 years, but then they move over to the city or somewhere else because the money is so much better. It's like, well, BXSO is the training grounds for,
Well, and we are for a lot of jobs.
Right.
That happens to us throughout the county, and that's why we have been so aggressive on the salary increases since we've been blessed with the revenue to come in there to try to increase it across the board, especially in those areas where we are the training ground for a lot of other entities, not just the city, but for others. But that's what the discussion is in Little Rock. We'll see where that ends up in this special session. It had to be put on this call that the governor puts out and how the legislature rules work, so that it has to be on or considered it, and it got in there. Whether it gets passed or not, we'll see. If they get,
What was it Alan Clark said? Something happened in committee where something wasn't on the call. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that, but
Let's take a
not
break and I'll
surprised.
find it now.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we'll take a break. I'm going to look at it real quick and see if we can figure this out. We'll be more with the judge right after the break. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
All right, to follow up what we were talking about before the break, Senator Alan Clark showed us to the judge, and we can discuss it here. This was 19 hours ago, Senator Alan Clark, State Senator Alan Clark, 19 hours ago said we're now in joint budget committee hearing about the tax bill on the call. I'm not sure why, according to the vote we just had in the Senate, any amendment would make the bill not germane to the call.
And therefore couldn't be voted on.
And couldn't be voted on because special session, you can only vote on what's presented after it's approved
Yeah,
through
well,
the Secretary of State and the Attorney General's
if that has effect with the legislation I was referring to, that was referred to in the governor's speech yesterday and our resolution last night, the Senate bill, I think it's 304. It was presented when the session to the committee, what the appropriate committee, when the session was in session, but it never got hearing in the committee, never got out of committee, never got to the floor of the Senate. So but it was in written form, whatever that means, and that's what Senator Clark is speaking to. Then I appreciate that. He's kind of a stickler for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing about Senator Clark is, at one time or the other, everybody be mad at him, so he must be doing something right.
He was that right here before too. Yeah,
he's that type of guy. He it's not that he's dancing around the issues. He's just very blunt about a lot of things, and so there are times when nobody likes him. So, and there's times when most people like him. But I enjoy visiting with him and have any discussions I've had with him, and I do follow him. But when I have a chance to.
Yeah. So what else with the county? The budget passed, and so the sales.
We're just getting through the holidays and finishing this year now.
Boy, that's coming to. I mean, we're looking. What we got? 1, 2, 3 weeks for the end of the year.
Yeah, we called a meeting to order last night, and I made the comment that it was the December 2021 Quorum Court meeting. Can you believe it's December already? And I remember when I was a youngster, and youngster is a pretty open number now. My grandparents' generation say that, and my wife's grandparents' generation say, the older you get, the faster it goes. You remember that?
Well, I'm dealing
they
with
all
it
said
now.
that. They were right.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense. Once you get over the hill, you tend to speed up.
You start picking up speed.
That's true. Yeah.
It's a lot easier to fall nowadays, too. Doesn't take as long.
Just seemed like I just barely got the fireworks stored away after 4th of July. Now it's time for Christmas.
So that's the way this year is gone. And the last 2 years has just been, because of all the things affiliated and the arguments and especially in politics, I'm ready to get away from it all and get back to being just normal people again. Yeah. It's either right, this side's right or that side's right, and there's no what's right.
I've never seen
in the middle.
A medical situation become so political in my life.
I guess that I was listening to the radio on the way in on I think it was Mike Gallagher, and they were talking about. They've got a big uproar in the House of Commons and the Prime Minister in England right now over this deal. They had quite a rip roar, and I guess having it right now as we sit here and speak this morning over COVID, Omicron, and it's each calling each other liars, and just from it because if you've ever watched the House of Commons, operate when the Prime Minister's there, and this one's shouting, and this one's shouting, this goes speaking, they start shouting, this goes speaking, this starts shouting. It's
comical,
different.
Yeah.
But I guess evidently they got something going on right now, and I don't know if the Prime Minister's in trouble or if. Anyway, it's been challenging and it has become
ridiculous.
A ridiculous football. That's bouncing around. And there are times when you don't know what to believe and what to come down on, because can you trust the numbers that show? I know that the positive case numbers in Baxter County has shot back up in the last 3 or 4 days. It was over 200 yesterday. It's back down just below that this morning or last night. But it's just a roller coaster. And I don't know how people in medical care, especially in these hospitals like ours, how they're just dealing with this roller coaster that they're riding on. And it's
visited with a person yesterday evening, had tested positive early in the week with one test, and then double checked again 2 days later for positive. Then the third day took another test, was negative. So you get 2 positives and a negative. So what do you believe?
Yeah.
How can one test be one way, one test be the other?
And I've got some family members here in town from my wife's family that have just been tested positive. Now it's gone through some more of the family. I've had some employees in a couple different departments that's just coming back off of the COVID protocol from being positive, and it went through some of their families. It's just something we have dealt with, and most every department has, and most every office of the county has over the last period of the last year and a half. So it's something we struggle with, something we do, but yet we still try to live our life. And what's normal now? What is the new normal? What are we going to ever get back to the normal? It's that's hard to say. We try to be as normal as possible, but it's you got some people with strong beliefs in every direction, and you go to their place and it's not normal. You go over there and it's normal. So yeah, it's been a challenge. And if I think and believe in this country, in that we've had challenges like this before, and we have met those challenges, and if people would keep the politics out of it, keep the scare tactics out of it, and the threats, and that, we conquer this.
Yeah. With the flu epidemic back in the early 1900s, it wasn't political. It was just, we need to do this and move on. And I don't know, it's been no mask, yes a mask, vax, no vax, back and forth. And I've talked to some people about it, and the thing with vaccination, with the vaccine, what's the side effects 1, 2, and maybe 3 years from now, because they don't know. And say, well, you got vaccinated as a child going into first grade. Yeah, but that was 50 years ago, with vaccines that were 20 plus years old that came out of World War II.
Or more. Yeah. There's a lot of questions out there, and we need to take the protocols to be safe. And if we know we're going to be around it, if we know we're going to be exposed, underlying conditions, it seems to me that this particular virus is hard hit those who have certain types of problems, and those that died from it, did they die from what the issue was they already had, or did they die from COVID? Yeah. Well, they're going to be marked as COVID deaths, and so we're up to, I think, 192 in Baxter County now. Really? In the past 2 years. So that number increased by 2 yesterday.
Really? Wow. All right, we're going to take the final break and finish out the show with Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass. Stick around. Be right back.
No.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
At Serendipity Bliss, we love turning your day into a once-in-a-lifetime memory by offering unique, beautiful, and specialized event and wedding rentals that can transform any atmosphere into something you will never forget. Whether it's your dream wedding, a golden anniversary, sweet 16 party, or a company event, we can make any event blissfully perfect. Serendipity Bliss carries unique specialty gifts and bridal jewelry and helps coordinate decor, table items, theme-related pieces, and more. Make your day blissfully perfect with Serendipity Bliss, located behind Car Care Mountain Home.
Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. And what better way to get ice cream is for it to come to you. Paradise Cream is coming to your town. Coming to Gainesville on Tuesdays, Yellville on Wednesdays, and Harrison on Thursdays, as well as open at their Mountain Home location next to Ramada Inn. With over 20 unique flavors in stock like German chocolate cake or sea salt caramel. It's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. Paradise Cream, you're on your way to paradise. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas. It's a matter of taste.
$7.51, Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass. We've got ASU all lit up, and we got the downtown square area looking good. And
yeah, there's
time at the parade.
All kinds of activities going on. It is the season, and hope everybody is going to be able to see their families and participate in the festivities. And we are going to do the same, knowing it is Christmas season. And finally, of course, the way they start so early these days, it's kind of an afterthought time it gets here.
Yeah.
Because you skip Halloween and Thanksgiving anymore, but we still, in our house, we still enjoy them both.
Yeah.
So that Christmas is coming. We're trying to wrap up all the loose ends in the county, and will be for the next 3 weeks. But
tell some folks, visit with family and friends on the phone sometimes when we're talking. I think back to childhood days in the 60s and early 70s, I was my dad's son and my grandfather's grandson, and now, they're both gone. They've passed away over the last years, and now I'm the grandfather, Yeah. So instead of being the son to the dad and the dad to the grandfather, those two generations, I'm now the older part of the two generations, my sons and grandchildren.
Well, you get to the great-grandchildren.
Yeah.
I've already gotten there.
Really?
I've got 2 great-grandkids. But this is how you deal with that, to remind these grandkids, and I've got them from 25 to 5 is the age of my grandkids, and I have 2 younger I guess the 5-year-old just turned 6. So, but they came down to the house, and we were going to celebrate the family to get together for Thanksgiving on the Saturday following Thanksgiving when they were all going to be there, and it turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day.
Yeah.
And sun shining, and I had it all set up. I had cut down some dead trees down by the gate that need chopping, and so I took my 3 splitting mows down there and 5 grandkids, and I split wood. And they got me a pretty good stack of wood. This is 13 and 12 and 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
And one 25-year-old.
Yeah.
And they split a lot of wood. But
had fun doing it, didn't you?
10 years from now, they'll come back telling me that we hated it when you did that to us.
I guarantee they enjoyed every minute
but
of it.
It takes them back and to do things that most kids, especially that age nowadays, have never seen, will never get influenced to it. And I try to do that type of deal with these kids, because where they live or the things they do, they don't get to experience what we did. Mm-hmm. And it was an everyday job for us. I mean, you split wood, you cut wood, you hauled wood, you had wood heat. If you didn't have wood heat, you froze. Like it's cold in here, it's nothing what that old house that I grew up in didn't have insulation in it, where you had 3 quilts on top of you and a hot iron that was wrapped up in a towel that had been sitting on the wood stove that kept your feet warm and kept the whole bed warm.
Remember pot-bellied stoves?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to buy
cast
one
iron stoves. We had one of those in the old schoolhouse. But yeah, so you take them back and give them a chance to experience it. And sometimes they really enjoy it. Did you ever cook
with wood? Do you have a wood-burning stove?
Yeah, we had a wood-burning stove. During the ice storm, that's how we fed ourselves. We were out of power for 30 weeks. And even though we had a generator power, we still cooked on top of the wood stove.
Did you?
And those type of skills we're losing them.
Mm-hmm.
I think with our generation, in particular, for the most part, now there's people out there that are survivor techniques and know those things, but those type of skills have not. People starve to death because they don't know how to provide for themselves, and so it's good that we can teach that. And I think we're fortunate in the part of the country in which we live. You have more access to that kind of exercise and everything, so it's good. But anyway, back to the times. It is December, and I appreciate everybody following us and support, and everybody just get along and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's gonna be fun.
Behave yourselves. And
yep. Looking forward to Christmas.
Don't get out and do anything that.
Seemed like last year was just kind of a washout. You know, we kind of almost went through the motions, and it was just kind of okay.
Didn't know what to do.
And
we're headed back that direction right now because of what the governor referred to yesterday as we're looking at possibly the third wave. Their map he showed, it goes like this, and we're on the third big hump. How high will it go? Well, that's up to us. But if the vaccinations did work, we wouldn't be having this third wave because so many of them that are getting the versions now have had the vaccinations. And thank goodness it's not as harmful to them. But,
heard a report. How do they call it?
Be safe, be careful, but still you got to enjoy life because you got to live it.
What's it, the Omicron? Is that and I heard a report
That's the new one.
Doctor in Africa saying it's not as severe as the others. So
and they also said it also it runs down the younger people.
Yeah.
And younger anymore is less than 45, and less than 50 basically, but especially 40 and under. So it doesn't hurt them, and it's not as harmful, and we'll hope that holds true.
I've learned something. I've told this to Scooter and some other people. Everybody knows that I like old radios and stuff, and I've got some that pick up short wave. You want a good newscast? Seriously, I'm not joking. I'll look at the camera and say, you want a good newscast? Tune into Havana, Cuba. He's crazy. No, I'm not. Radio Havana. It's not communist. They do Europe, Asia, the Far East, North America, South America, and China. They break it all down. And it's like a 3-hour newscast, and you can pick and choose when you can pick it up on shortwave radio. Listen to Radio Havana. It's not polarized either way, left or right.
I think that's actually out of Florida.
The one, they've got a transponder down there.
I've known in past history of Radio Free Europe and radios like that where we supported the churches supported broadcast over those radio stations that went into the parts of the world where it was Africa or the Soviet Union or China, and they would broadcast in those languages, and we would support that work because that's sometimes the only way you could get in there to spread the message that you were trying to spread. So Radio Havana was one of those, and was very similar to that. So that's, but I think
and you can get it in Spanish and of course English. And last night I tuned it in. I picked up like 3 different areas of the Spanish broadcast on short. I think it was 49 meter bands last night. But,
I'm glad you know all that. Shortwave radio, and that's I don't know anything about it, but it's becoming a lost art as well, is it not?
It really is. In fact, there's a station in Lebanon, Tennessee, WTWW, I think it is, and they're on 50.085. I forget the exact frequency. Really good station, and they do gospel work and stuff like that. But you'll be surprised. There's still a lot of shortwave radio stations out there. Talk about being a lost art, and I hope it comes back. Because you can pick up a lot of worldwide broadcasts. You get a lot of information that's non-polarized, left or right in the United States. And they just say, well, we've got this going on, this is going on in London, this is going on in Paris, this is going on in Frankfurt, Germany. And they just report the news like we used to do it. We didn't put our opinions and agenda in with it.
Well, bring back to the local level, and as far as the county concerned, we're still going to have a lot of money left from the American Rescue Plan and coronavirus relief plans. And just to give you a hint, we're going to be pursuing replacing and building a new Baxter County Health Unit so it's large enough and able to deal with such issues.
Good.
And that's something we're going to be working out through on this spring to get that in the works and get it planned to build a new unit like that, and to finish those projects. I think that would really help. But that's just one of the goals we've got coming on, and we appreciate everybody's support as well.
You bet. Thanks for being here today and yesterday. It was really good with Senator Bozeman, you and Bob, and Stetson. All right, that wraps it up. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.
See y'all next year.